So what's happening, guys? It's Trev here. Just going to do a figure update video. Got some new figures and stuff. Talk about some stuff and some customs I'm working on. Just show everything off at once, pretty much. Man, I got a few DC Universe Classics Build-A-Figures and stuff. I wasn't sure if I was going to get the DC Universe Classics Wave 2, which is the Stel Build-A-Figure wave. You know, it was just kind of the type of thing where it was at the right place at the right time. But Stel is a really nice Build-A-Figure, so I really, did want to complete him. And he was going for a lot by himself, so I decided I would just get the rest for this one. The Bane wave, I did pick up Bane. I ended up getting him for a pretty good deal. I got him for $65 shipped, which was pretty damn good if you ask me. I don't think, I'll be able to find one like that going for that price for a while. That was pretty good. And I didn't really want the Bane wave because I already had a Riddler, I already had Azrael, I already had, the Robin. So, for me it just wasn't really worthwhile. And also finally finished Giganta. This is a figure that I wasn't going to finish at all. When she first came out and stuff, I was not interested in the figure whatsoever. And, I wasn't interested at all. Jerry Nightmare said it best. He said, she just looks like a giant Barbie doll. And he's right. She totally does just look like a giant Barbie doll. But, if you like the Super Friends, and I was a pretty big fan of Super Friends, not as big as I was of, X-Men the Animated Series and Batman the Animated Series and stuff like that, but really what convinced me to get her was how much she's worth. I had a lot of the pieces of her, and I just never really completed her. And then I found a guy in my city who had the upper torso for $50 with the Gentleman Ghost mint on card, so I picked that up, and I'm pretty glad I completed her. Would you believe that this figure right here, the Giganta, is actually worth more than any DC Universe Classics or Marvel Legend figure? She's worth more than any of them. I've seen her go, most of the time on eBay, she'll go between 110 to 140 complete, okay, plus shipping. I mean, it's just crazy how much Giganta's worth. Just because, I guess, because she's so rare and that kind of stuff, but man, just, it's just worth a crazy amount. Now, I'm not including, I know there's a lot of Marvel Legends and shit that are worth more than that, but they're, have they been released, really? How many were made? This kind of stuff. I'm not talking about specialty figures that, weren't really released, okay? To me, those aren't really, I don't consider them normal figures, like these, all these guys you see here. I consider them more like novelty items and stuff like that, like, some of the really, really rare ones that were never released. So, out of the normal figures that were released and that kind of stuff, Giganta is worth more than any Marvel Legend or DC Universe Classics. It's kind of crazy to think of it that way, but that's the way it is. So, yeah. So, I wasn't sure if I was going to get this Bane. I got him too. I really like him, though. I am glad I got him. This is the Nightfall Bane, who is, height-wise, just a little bit shorter, but bulk-wise, much bigger than the other Bane. And, this Nightfall Bane looks closer to the comic books than this guy does. I just reread Nightfall the other day. If you guys haven't read Nightfall, which is basically Bane's story, where Bane is, he's the main antagonist in it to Batman. It's fantastic. Now, as far as these figures go, I was going to do a review on them. I might not. I'm not really sure. Right away, you can rule out the superheroes Bane. This one is shit. It is so shit. The legs just look like they're broken, man. They really do. He's just a crappy figure. I was able to find use for him for my Sean Long Contrast entry, but aside from that, this guy really sucks. This guy's really nice. He's got the open hands, and I'm not sure which Bane figure you think is actually better. It's kind of the same as with the Marvel Legends Juggernaut. With the Marvel Legends Juggernaut versus the Marvel Select, the Marvel Select Juggernaut, it's bigger, it's bulkier, it looks better, it looks more realistic, but for some reason, I like the Marvel Legend Juggernaut better. This is exactly the same. I like the DC Universe Classics Build-A-Figure better, just because he has the articulation, he looks more cartoony, and he just looks really, really cool. You can put him in all kinds of different poses that you might not be able to get the other one into because he's bigger, and even though you can get him into a lot of the same poses, I still prefer, the DC Universe Classics Build-A-Figure Bane because of the articulation. And the Marvel Legends Juggernaut, same reason, just looks cartoony and the articulation's better. So I'm really glad I picked that guy up. If you guys haven't picked this one up yet, he's really, really nice. And I think in a few years he'll probably be going for a lot. So, probably 100 or so. We'll see how it goes. But Stel's kind of the same way, a very nice figure. But I wouldn't recommend him to anybody. I would only recommend him to people who are really into DC Universe Classics. If you're not really into DCUCs and you're not, a figure collector, the only people I can see getting it are Green Lantern diehard fans. He's a really nice figure. I don't know the character. I've seen him in the background, and I've seen him say like one line in all of Green Lantern that I've read that I can remember. And that was in the recent issue of what is it? War of the Lancers, that kind of stuff with Parallax and Kronos and that kind of stuff. He's a very nice figure though. Really, really cool. Really cool figure. Huge. I guess this body mold is going to be used for a Build-A-Figure coming up. I forget what the guy's name is. I'm not familiar with the character, but yeah. So, and this Sodom Yacht figure is really nice too. If you guys haven't seen this one, it comes with a really nice construct, and he looks pretty unique. Mediville's very cool. Here's that Gentleman Ghost. And Nightlick is very cool. Scalax is cool too. I'm going to be getting a Scalax too to go with Atrocitus. Yeah. So, this figure here, this Gentleman Ghost, I'm pretty sure this is actually a variant. If anybody knows, correct me if you're wrong, but I believe the top sleeves are supposed to be clear, like that. And this one, as you can see, they're not. Now, I haven't painted this or anything. I'm not effing around. This is the way it came in package. I got it mint on card, and I knew it had not been opened. So I don't know if that's a running color change or a variant or what. A lot of people, they really like Kilowog, and they think that Kilowog is their favorite collecting connect from DC Universe Classics. For me, actually, my favorite is actually Solomon Grundy. I really like Solomon Grundy. If you guys haven't got him, he's he goes for quite a bit now. I think he's around goes for around $80 or so. But he's a really nice figure. This was my favorite wave of DC Universe Classics. This was Wave 3, and it had Nightwing. It had the smaller Tim Drake Robin. It had the first Hal Jordan we got. It had the screwed up Sinestro that was too small. And that's that by far is my favorite wave, and I love that Build-A-Figure Grundy. He's awesome. If you guys haven't seen him, you should check him out too for sure. Very nice. Here's something I've been working on too, and that is a display with the Joker. And just working on building up a Joker Thugs army. I haven't seen anybody do this yet, and I kind of had the idea, and I was like, oh man, that would be really cool to build up a Joker Thug army. And it's really cheap too. You can get these figures for next to nothing. This big fat guy here, he looks like a character right out of the video game Batman Arkham Asylum. For sure, there's actually a big fat guy just like this in the game who looks just like it. And this is from Akira, I think. Yeah, Akira. So, picked up this Love Park thing right here. I thought it was alright, $20. So, couldn't find the other ones. I'm still looking for the other Tech Deck bases too. And then these guys here, this is Clownface from Legendary Comic Heroes, and I just painted him, did a custom on him. I think he looks real nice. Painted his face white with some red, give him the smiley face. Painted him some Jokerish colors, good to go. And this is, I think it's Panda, who came in the 2-pack. I'm going to paint this shirt a different color. It's red right now, I don't really like it. So, yeah, I like to think of this display as like Joker and Harley Quinn are going on a date in Love Park, and then you've got the Joker Thugs with him, and they're waiting for Batman to arrive, and they got Tim Drake. I like it. It's cool. My favorite Batman figure, of course. This is something else I got too. I'm going to be working on the next big display in the next couple of months that I do. I'm going to do a Batcave with Wayne Manor. So it'll be Wayne Manor and the Batcave. This is an old school playset, and I mean old school. It doesn't really fit in scale with 6-inch figures very well, but I find that if you have stuff in the background, with other buildings and shit like that, even if they don't really fit in with 6-inch scale, like Wayne Manor does not, you can kind of hide it. You can kind of work it out to make it look like they fit somewhat. Not too bad, but yeah, that's definitely a pretty cool playset there. I'll be getting a Batcave and all that stuff to go with it, and there's another playset too that some of you guys have probably seen. It's the Buffy playset, the Buffy Library. I think that will look good behind this for like an inside of Wade Manor, and then behind that build like a some kind of little step thing to go into the full-fledged Batcave. So probably a few months. That'll take a while to do, actually. Probably longer than a few months, I'd say. Maybe about 3-4 months. Sometime in the summer I should finish it. And Dark Avengers, I finally got around to finishing up this Iron Patiot. Damn, dude, sculpting stuff like that star is really, really hard. I ended up, it took me so long to finish this guy, I just kept putting it off because I'm not a great sculptor, and as you can see, my star is, I don't know, it's alright, but it ended up a little droopy. Shit, they just went down. Oh, that's okay, you guys know what happens, whatever. I'm not reshooting this video, whatever. And I also did a Sentry here, and you know, this is a head cast of Doc Samson, and I had to paint it. It's really hard to paint a whole head, man, and the eyes too. You can't see it. The eyes, yeah, you can't see it on my shitty camera, but yeah, it's hard to paint a whole head. So those are a couple customs I just finished up, sort of. I'm at least decently happy with them for now. And then other customs I'm working on here, man. This is a lot of multiple men figures. I bid on Shartimus's. I really wanted those figures, man, but they were just they just went out of my price range. I couldn't do it. You know, I bid on them up to about $200 through eBay, and then after that I was like, I can't do it, man. And I think they ended up going for like $250 for 5 of them plus shipping. So for me, it would have been like, you know, $280, $290. I can't do it. It's too much. So I just decided to make them myself. But they are a bitch, man. Shartimus, you end up watching this video, man. You know, how the hell did you get these wings off without, you know, like, I had to buy a Dremel and shit, and I had to, you know, Dremel this shit off. Oh my god, what a pain in the ass, dude. These things are really, really no fun to make, man. So that, yeah, and then you know, of course, sculpted over the back and that kind of stuff. And I chose a little bit different color than he did. His are kind of like the Ultimate version from Ultimatum. Mine are kind of like sort of like halfway, you know. They're kind of like a teal color, one of my favorite colors, and sort of like halfway between the old one and then the Ultimates version. I might get some jackets for them. I'm really not sure if I'm going to do that. Right here I'm going to make 6. I got a few to finish to be 6, and then after these 6 I'll probably be done with it. I might get another set of 5 angel figures and cut them up again, cut the wings off, and you know, and redo them. Right now only 2 are done. The rest I got to redo the back and that kind of stuff. So we'll see how those turn out. They should be pretty cool, but what a bitch to make these, man. What a pain in the ass. I almost wish I would have just bit the bullet and paid what Shartimus's figures went for, which was a couple, you know, $300 probably, roughly. So something else I've been working on is the X-Men scene. I got this idea from Dr. Wolverine. If you guys haven't seen his videos, check them out. He's got some awesome ACBA, and essentially all I'm trying to do here is just you know, make some kind of danger room display, you know, kind of cut it off with some you know, metal flooring, and then I painted the walls here gray. I got to go over them and sort of put some squares on them and that kind of stuff to make it look better. They look alright right now. They're okay. So then I want to put Professor X behind there and make that blue, or get a blue divider to finish that up. So just kind of adding on to that display, making it a bit better. Looks alright as it is. Just got a quick display here of Spider-Man, some Spider-Man villains. Just something I put together. I just felt like, you know, getting some Spider-Man villains up there. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's it for this time, guys. Let me know what you think about all the figures. Let me know what you think about the customs, if you like them. If you don't, I think I should redo shit. Otherwise, you know, let's talk about some DC Universe Classics. Let me know what you guys think about the recent waves. You know, do you like them? Do you like the new Build-A-Figures? Are you going to keep collecting them, or are you going to stop? Alright, that's it. See you guys. Peace.